makes life so much easier. You
You
don't need
don't lose
guard.
time. While doing trash, it can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fact that you can tweak it as well. It's not just like gargoyle. Like it's
It's
easier to
not.
tweak than gargoyle. So
It's not standing around after PWL in this case for like half an hour loot distribution.
Mm.
Mhm.
But when we're going from what's his face? When we're hardstoning or doing a Ironforge portal from Katoon room over to Ironforge, you know, we'll do some loot on the way to BDL, and then we'll do like 5 minutes of getting some fire rest
If you
stuff and finish off
if
the
you
AQ loot, and then we start BDL. That's the way it's gonna be done. If that makes sense.
but
Alright.
if you are using loot reserve, you can technically do the loot while running because it auto trades
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it auto rolls everything out, so you don't have to delay it. You can just like go with it.
Yeah,
like
that
I
is also
understand
true.
people. Some people like running themselves, but
Yeah, but
So
you can turn that function off,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
and then you
but
get a big fucking pop-up in the middle of your window. Oh, this is your item. Roll.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't.
don't do it after twins. Don't do it on that trash.
No.
let's see. So I'm streaming, and I'll go through the items that are gonna be locked. Just how the things are gonna be done. Let's see. So I guess some people are watching, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So these items, right? This is this bis for bear fruits? Was it?
yeah, well, it's just fell cat and bear. It's just
Hmm.
Which
their
item?
best weapon.
The blessed Karaji Warhammer.
Sure,
But it's
sure,
literally
sure,
it's best.
sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, it's best for cat, but it's bear. You're going to be using mitigation or
It's only a trash weapon
Yeah.
yeah.
And
ever. So
and on oh weird. Hunter Rogue War.
combat fruits.
Ah, god damn it. Post. Fucking. Can someone link our Discord to this guy? I don't want to edit over my Control W. He's called Aimbo. Let's see, posting it in trade chat and LFG chat now. There we go. So this one isn't a big ticket item for anyone. A lot of our casters are going to get upgrade from this staff. A lot of our healers, or some of the healers, finally get an upgrade from benediction, and druids also. So and Feral Druid. So this is like not a big ticket item. It's just going to be main speaker of our spec. This one, we have very few warriors that needs this, and we have a lot of
You
rogues
say the
that need
name?
this. Kuraji War Axe and Kuraji
Okay.
Pugio and the gun and the shield. Like this is a main spec upgrade barely for most of the tanks because we have the Chromagus shield. This is dog shit gun. This is a good rogue dagger, and this is something that is good for the few people that use it. So this is not a big ticket item. Rogues are gonna fucking love this if it drops early, and they should be soft reserving it, but it's not big enough to be hard reserved. Does that make sense? So it's not gonna go to dagger rogue over warrior or over something else. This is shit. This is good, and it's gonna be prioritized to DPS warriors. Does that make sense?
What item?
Breastplate of Annihilation. Why are you not watching the fucking stream?
Because I'm playing Scorlomans, man.
Okay. Well, Breastplate of Annihilation. That's gonna be
Yep.
DPS warrior prio over tank and other shit. So that's the first breastplate of annihilation. Let's see. Chest of annihilation. DPS warrior prio. And these legs are dog shit. These boots are dog shit. These boots are dog shit. This is tank prio, but which DPS warrior is gonna need on this? Okay. This one nobody needs. It's the neck that's decent, but everyone DPS needs it. So it's not a big need. It's like every DPS warrior, every rogue, every hunter wants this one because it's the best nature resistant neck, so it's not going to be prioritized to anyone. This is decent but not relevant. Cloak of Consecrated Hatred. Dagger rogues use the 3 set from AQ20, right? Does anyone know?
Never played a dagger rogue, so I have no idea.
Didn't you main rogue, bro?
Yes, and I used it far into Nax with 4-piece Dark Mantle.
Yeah, so you do replace blood.
So you use the 3-piece because it just gives you so much energy, and you start replacing it when you get like bis pieces
Yeah.
from Nax. So giving this to dagger rogues or rogues in general is okay, but only sword rogues. So this, I'm thinking of prioritizing it to like sword rogues and DPS warriors, because the cloak from Khatoon is going to be for tanks, so tanks aren't going to be getting this. But does ferals also big need
Yeah.
this?
Cats use it. But
Yeah. So basically it's going to be feral, sword rogue, warrior, DPS warrior prio.
yeah, because it depends on what sort of bear tank you want. Because if you want a threat bear, then a threat bear would use it. But primarily it's cat.
So DPS warrior slash but also DPS warrior has the fucking AQ20 cloak, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but as I'm saying, like that's you want the AQ20 cloak for all melee anyway.
yeah.
Apart from dagger rogues.
But if
So
you
it's
look
like
apart from
it's-
dagger rogue, yeah, exactly. Because if you look at
It's-
this one,
all melee, apart from dagger rogue.
if you look at this one and then you look at the AQ, where the fuck is AQ20? There it is. RAGDDD.
Can do it later? Or do you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
do it now?
of course, of course, of course. I can do it
Just
later.
the ring. This one. This one. Fuck. Drape. Here it is. So look at this compared to this. Like warriors get this one for free. 15 strength, 9 agi, 9 stam, and 1 hit. And then it's 4 less strength and 16 agi. So cloak of drape of unyielding strength arguably is better, right? So then cloak of consecrated hatred should go to rogues because they have this one instead, and that's not better. It's like barely, but eh.
Rero Dama.
So it's
Give
not a
me,
big ticket item,
moment.
and then you end up with the rogues. No, the fucking where is hunters? They use. They don't use this. They use saffron strape even. They don't need hit from cloak, right?
Yeah, they don't really need it.
Yeah. And for druids, it's shit. So it's kind of cloak of concentrated hatred, good for everyone, but warriors have a better option, and sword rogues, it's good, best, but
Oops.
you know, it's not that good for anyone. And sword rogues, even if they have the 3-piece for slice and dice, less energy cost, you still end up using it. Oh, sorry, they have to use the dagger, so they don't use it. So where's the dagger? They have to use this dagger. Yes. So they use Pugio with this one for EC dagger gaming. Yes, cool. So is it even worth giving prio to anyone on the cloak of consecrated hatred? Even?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
This is what I was saying. It's like it's not like warriors and rogues have replacement.
Hmm.
So it's like, and even Fowls want the AQ neck cloak anyways.
Yeah. So ferals, if they're cat, they should just soft reserve it because it's good.
Yeah, yeah.
And nobody else is probably going to test it
Shouldn't
on them.
prio it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not a prio, but it's
Yeah. Okay, then the rest of the AQ, no, the Prophet's Garm loot is dog shit. Staff, hammer, and ring. Yeah, fuck that. Bug trio. Yeah, this goes to obviously Shadow, Res, Warlock. So just gonna put in Shadow, Res, Gear equals Veteran or above Warlocks. Just so that's into the loot rules. This is only druids wanting. This is some shitty paladin things that only paladins wear anyways. This is fire mage, obviously. Nobody else needs it. This is not BIS, so not gonna prio it. This is DPS warrior nature gear. This is Boom King gear. Anglista's Charm. This is worse than, or is it worse? Is it barely worse than? It's a bit worse, right, than Jindo's Necklace.
The healing one
Yeah,
from the
Anglista's
boss,
Charm.
last
Yeah,
boss.
them.
Fruit to AFK. Should I get fruit to AFK?
What? I'm not reading, you know me.
Yeah, I know.
The wand is technically bis by 1 damage, so okay. Petrified Scarab is a fun item, especially on Saffron. Ring of the Devoured is dog shit. West of the Swiss Execution, nobody's gonna contest a druid on that, so it's fine. Angelista's Touch is obviously tank bro, so I'm gonna do like this. Angelista's Touch. Well, I can't write Angelista's Touch. Tank bro. Triad Girdle, good, barely better than the AQ40 CG belt for warriors, and nobody else is gonna contest it. Robe of the Triumvirate, meme item for Naturus. Cape of Trinity, meme item. Terrary Mantle. Was this something that we wanted to prioritize to the priests? Fruits? Is he not here?
No, he's a he's.
I'm
a,
here. Yeah,
Okay.
those shoulders are like not big for paladins and druids, so it's
Yeah.
priests.
So priests should get them. Yeah, I agree. Ternary Mantle Priest. Guys of the Devourer, obviously going to Druid. Nobody else is going to contest it on them, so it's fine. Like, yeah, nobody else is going to contest them on this, so it doesn't matter. Battleguard Satura. This is obviously getting taken by Druids, but should I just input that it's Druid Prio?
What item?
Creeping
Yeah,
Wine
yeah.
Helm.
Yeah, I mean it's. I mean,
Will
They-
Paladins
they-
roll for it if I don't prio it to you guys? Will Paladins need on it?
so here's the thing: the cloth helm's better for druids and paladins, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not going to take the helm because I'm going to be going for tier 3.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of like any off pieces like legs, boots, helms, and stuff. I'm going to pass them anyway.
Yeah,
And
unless nobody else needs it, yeah. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not a big ticket item because people are zoning into tier 3 anyway, so it's like, if you get an upgrade from it, take it, kinda.
yeah, like it's a huge upgrade for me, that helm, but I'm only going to use it if I can drop my 5 set.
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
I'll still hold my 5 set.
He dodged and parried.
Okay, Neck of Nature Resistance, fuck that. PvP chest. Gloves of Enforcement. I kind of want to give this to rogues, but it's also a second bis for warriors, but it's also bis for ferals, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bisfafel.
Feral DPS at least.
I think it's Bis.
Which item?
It's Gloves of Enforcement.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's Bisfafel Cat, but it's also like third Bis for Bear Tank. Like you don't replace it till next.
Yeah. So it's very usable for DPS rogues. It's very usable for DPS warriors who doesn't have the Katoon gloves. It's very usable for feral druids, both cat and so it's equally good for everyone. People who lose it is going to be sad. People who win it is going to be happy. Doesn't really matter who gets it as long as they fucking use it. So not going to give it to hunters. So I'll just do like this. Gloves
To be
of
honest, like
enforcement.
you should prio it to rogues or druids before they have fucking gloves of annihilation, man. They shouldn't take anything other than gloves of annihilation.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's also a thing. And we have currently you're not breaking up your 6 set, right? Unless
a
you
rogue?
have as a warrior, because you're using rank 13 6 set, right?
No.
Or do you
Like
break it up
rogue.
because you have flame guard gauntlets and some
Yeah.
chromatic boots and SGC? I guess you're breaking it up then.
Yeah.
Rogue fell prior then. Okay, cool. Still, glove gauntlets of steadfast determination tank prio.
Yeah.
Steadfast determination. Tank prio. Thick Karaji belt. Nobody's gonna contest a druid for this. This is mitigation bris for druids. Festering Swarm. This is obviously for mages. I don't think any warlocks is gonna need on fire spells. So this is for shamans. This is solo paladin, so it doesn't need anything. This is nature resistant shit. Badge of the Swarm Guard. That's gonna be hunter / warrior / rogue. Agreed?
Oops. Yep.
Yeah, Fells don't use it at all.
Yes. Swarm Guard. Swarm Guard. DPS Vav / rogue / what's his name? Hunter. Sartorius Might, barely better than the AV offense, but technically
Yeah,
Biz,
it's just minor for all healers.
so healer need it, grab it. Selected Claw, Hunter.
Nobody else is gonna need a fist weapon, are they?
No one's gonna need.
Yeah,
Nah,
fuck it.
not even-
I don't need to.
Cares? Who cares? Like,
Fankris, Mantle of Wicked Revenge. Second is if you're going clown set for warrior. This is technically. Is it technically better than if
It's
you're hit
bas-
capped?
Yeah, I know it's best for Feral Cat. Whole game.
It's up there for warriors as well.
Yeah, it's second best, right? If you're before Nax. But is it bis for feral? Like, is it bis for feral?
Yeah, it's like best in
Which I-
start all the way through the game.
And
Leather
Mantle
shoulders.
of Wicked
Yeah,
Revenge.
yeah, definitely.
So
It's
feral.
feral because warriors can grab the tier 2.5
Yes.
if they want.
But is this better for warriors for DPS? Just FYI.
Yes.
If you're going, it's second bis. If you're clown setting, it's a little bit better. But yeah, it's
won't
bis for
fucking
feral.
get the warriors, man.
Wicked
Want warriors be able to
Revenge.
take a punch?
Yeah, Wicked Revenge, Feral Brio, Pauldrons of Unrelenting, Unrelenting, Tank
Or
Brio.
tank.
Untold Secrets, that's a Shadow Res item, already noticed. Veteran ranked, or above Warlocks. Robes of the Guardian Saint. This is bis for. What was the discussion here, Fruits? Was it bis for all classes, all healers?
It's a minor upgrade over every healer for every healer right now.
Yeah,
But
because you have Robes
it-
of the Exalted, but this gives 4 more healing, 7 more MP5, and some extra int.
yeah, so you basically get a shit ton of stamina. That's the biggest thing. So like
Yeah.
intellect, you get well, you get a decent amount of intellect, MP5, and a lot of stam. So
Yeah.
but it's every healer needs it. So it's reserve very specific.
Start healing.
I am healing.
Yeah, okay.
Selected Carapace Chest Guard, DPS warrior who wanna have nature resistance gear. Scaled Sand Reaver leggings, worse than rank 13 for warrior. Equal for hunters, so it's not a prio item. Hive Tunneler's boots, worse than the boots from AQ20 as DPS, right? For ferals.
I think Hive Tunnel boots. I think they're pretty decent.
I think they're the best mitigation for
The one,
Yeah,
one
they're
from
best
AK20 is
mitigation for Feral Bear.
But you end up using the Nefarian boots all game, right? Anyways, because of it gives 2% hit, which is just invaluable.
No, what? They're well, yeah, the hit boots are best for.
Yeah, but-
Well, actually,
yeah.
no.
Those are still like if you want to have like, is
Well, no,
anyone
Sha-
else gonna take them? Like,
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a
so
discussion,
just
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
best
cool.
mitigation, but the Shadow Flame are like second best for Bear.
Yeah.
If
So
you're
nobody
not- if you
nobody
don't-
needs this except ferals, right?
No one
Yeah,
needs that.
cool. Karaji Ripper, not gonna lock that
Non-rank
between
14.
anyone's because people have rank 14 gear already, so shouldn't need this. But if they don't, then if they do need it, then you can soft reserve it. Barb of the Sand River, nobody's gonna need on this except Hunter, so it's fine. Barb Choker, it gives 4 more attack power and 10 stamina above the CG neck. So
It's better.
bis for warriors, and it's not better for rogues than
BVL Nick is better.
BVL neck. So neck isn't gonna be an issue, I assume, because all rogues have Oni neck already, right?
The hunters need it.
It's
Hunters
not
also
as-
have.
they have
Hunters
pressers.
also have Pestos. Pestos is beast for ferals and
Oh, but
rogues
yeah,
and-
shit, yeah.
But the point is, this is only warriors needing it, I think.
Yeah.
Should be at least.
Warrior
Because
Reptile.
no, ferals use Oninak, right?
Ferals use Pestos.
Pestors or
Yeah,
Oninak.
cat, or Orninek, I guess for like I guess if you
Is,
Yeah,
is there any
Oninak,
situation
Oninak.
they would take Barb Choker over some order
no,
stuff?
no.
Okay. Hunters as well, they use Oninek because they need a hit on neck, preferably, or Prestors. So this is gonna go to warriors. Don't need to pry with. Fuck it. Fetish. I don't know if we're gonna need it on a warlock yet because we haven't seen warlocks do their ultra pump with proper gear yet after AQ is finished. So I'm thinking mage, but you know, I think nobody's gonna soft reserve this, and when it drops, it's gonna be a discussion when it drops on who is gonna be using it, and people are gonna be adults and actually say like, oh shit, it would be good since we're using fire stuff now that we get a guy with it, and then someone is gonna speak up, for example, Waffle or Kret or someone. I feel like, is that something you guys agree with?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's
gonna
gonna
go
be
to the
Waffle.
Ignite Mage, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not. It's hard to specify Ignite Mage, but then someone will step up if they already haven't, right? Because mages should at some point start in the caster channel to discuss who's going to be the Scorch Mage, which should be the lowest geared mage, and who's going to be the Ignite carry, which is just going to start channeling a Pyroblast immediately. So most of the time, his Pyroblast Ignite will be the carried one, and then he should have Fetish. But they haven't discussed that yet. But I guess that will happen if this drops. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Also, it depends how many mages you're gonna be, to be honest.
Looks like 5 or 6 at this point.
6 would be ideal.
Yeah, because then you have
Ideal.
proper fucking ignites. For boss fights, it's good with
Ideal.
6 mages. To be honest, it's very good with 6 mages. If it's shit with 3 mages, because then they could fucking just stay frost. But if we have 6 mages, it's pretty good for boss fights. Cool, Fetish. So what do I do here? Should I just not do anything and see what happens when it drops?
Yeah.
Leave it as is.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
I
be a
think
more
Waffle's gonna be the
mage.
pumper anyway, so
Yeah, and then he
it's
probably
probably
will.
Kretor or me who's gonna do the ignite.
Then we have Libram, doesn't matter, Totem, doesn't matter. Viscerous, I'll go through the tokens afterwards. Gauntlets of Kalimdor, shit. Gauntlets of Righteous Champion, shit. This is shit. This is lovely for all mages and warlocks, and this is going to be prior to mages and warlocks. Does that make sense? We don't need anyone else on this. We don't need a Boomkin, can't use swords, so it doesn't matter.
Should it be locked behind rank?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
discussion, right?
It's
I
quite
think
equal
so.
to the rank 14 weapon, isn't it?
Is it better? Is it much better, or is it little
tiny
bit?
bit better.
It's basically better because of the crit.
Wait, so this is. If we go PvP, armor, no, weapons, and then we look at this. Where's the fucking
It's a dagger.
Dirk? No, what?
Mage blade up 1, up 3.
Oh, fucking this one. Okay. So 14 stamina, 7 int, 14 stamina, 8 int. Wow, and then 72.
Same.
So it's basically the same weapon, right?
But yeah, but it's like Shadow Priests and Boomkins have Nef mace anyway.
Shadow Priests doesn't use that, right? They just go Benediction or Anathema until they get something good from Nax.
Yeah.
So is it worth locking this? Because the mages who haven't ranked to 14 and the warlocks who haven't ranked to 14, do they deserve getting this for free?
I think it's only Waffle who ranked to 14.
Yeah, exactly. So he is not going to need on this, so everyone else can need on it. And if they are complaining that why is someone else getting it, the count.
I would say prior to Kretor, because he's still running Witchblade.
He actually got an upgrade now. Something barely better than Witchblade. But the point is, Femur, it's equal to rank 14. Do we do the same thing we do with warriors who haven't ranked to 14? And tell them to fuck off and go rank if they need a better weapon? Because that's what I'm leaning against. Leaning towards.
I mean, I'd argue that there's plenty of time for them to get rank 14 because
I mean, we already have Elicast is rank 14. And we have Gulbarns, which is rank 14.
Yeah, just leave it as is.
Yeah,
People
there's
will
no
go get
reason
rank
to
14
prioritize
or-
this. People can, if they're crying because they're losing it to when we bring a random mage or random warlock, they have no reason to cry because they've had fucking 20 weeks to rank 14. So it's not a weapon that's better than something they could have had 10 weeks ago. Is my opinion.
Sounds good.
Cool. Good. Ring of AQ40. This is warrior prio. Is rogues or ferals gonna be crying if I give this to warriors?
I mean, just double check.
Kuraji Furry from Visitors.
Nah, so we're using BWL, Applied Force, and Quick Strike or Curia anyway. So
Yeah.
on the net ring, it's not even.
And Rogues doesn't want this because it doesn't have better stats than a Curia, and Rogues also get more from 1% hit and 48 AP from the Nefarian head ring, and they also get better ring from the passive rep ring from doing AQ40 when they reach Exalted. So, but it's good for warriors, so this is going to be warrior prio. Ring of Kiraji Fury. DPS warrior.
No, no, done.
Scarab Brooch. This was bad for druids,
Yeah,
but priests
What's that again?
can use this, and paladins can use
paladins
this.
and priests. Yeah.
What's it? Did
I
I
can
give
only make
you
5.
5? What is missing? What's missing?
I think it's gonna be dream foil.
How many?
I'm not sure yet.
Let's see.
I'm
Because
on a
I
time.
had-
I'm on a timer, so if you're gonna talk loot stuff, not loot stuff, but anything else.
Yeah,
loot
yeah,
stuff.
sorry.
Yeah. Scarab Brooch, priest paladin, right?
Yeah, priest paladin. Yeah.
Cool. Brooch, priest / pal, and that's because the
It's personally,
hots doesn't work, right? That's the thing.
yeah. So it has it's a direct heal. So it's basically, I would argue paladins would benefit more because they're going to be spamming flash heal more than what the priests are going to be using greater heals and flash heals and shields and stuff. So, but
But doing a huge greater heal or just spamming big greater heals with Scarbridge is also amazing, right?
no, I agree. But I just mean like the paladins having that, it's constantly going to be like a shield on the tank.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's good. I'm not arguing with that. It's probably who gets the most value is paladins, but
Yeah.
it's also
I'd say
amazing for
It's
priests.
not, yeah, that's what I mean. It's good for the both.
Yeah.
I'd say raid-wise, it'd be better for the paladin to get it first because they're primarily going to be tank killing more than snipe killing. So, but again, I wouldn't say I can argue the fact that a priest doesn't deserve it either.
You could also say the priests using this on Saffron is amazing because you can then do prop Scarbridge and then you do inner focus prayer of mending max rank and your group is shielded as well as topped. It's generally amazing with on Saffron as a priest. If we want to have one priest jumping from group to group, if someone is going to do that, it's probably going to be assigned by someone, and they're going to swap the priest from group to group to group when he's popping that, just to have insane amount of free healing, and that's a tactic which is insane, and that's the only priest that can do, right? So, and Saffron is like the only fight I'm kind of scared about in Classic. So it's fun. So I'm agreeing with priest and paladin.
Yeah.
But I get that probably best on Paladin, but yes.
Yeah, but I think it should just be whatever healer wants it first. Do you know what I mean? If a healer wants it, it should just go priest party.
I know
Have
Sin is
reserve
gonna
one.
be big on this.
I know, Zin wants it. I know Zin wants.
Okay, so Idol of Health is Idol, doesn't matter. Cloak of Golden Hive, decent tank cloak. Hive Defiler's Risk Guards, Bis, and only warriors can use it anyway, so it's gonna go. Just gonna be. Not gonna do any prior there, because if any off tanks also want this is also Bis for off tanks. It's like, people are gonna need it, and it's gonna also drop an equivalent from.
It's better
The
than Baron.
yeah, it's better than the next one, barely, if you have world buffs, but it's still better, yes. But still, it's not the only ones that drop. They drop quite often. Yeah. So it's like it's not a big ticket item. Not going to be locked behind anything, in my opinion. But Scarab Brooch is going to be locked.
You should probably make a tank prio anyway, though. Like
On Princess, have the
no,
followers.
the cloak wasn't there a cloak?
This one.
Yeah, I mean, no, DPS aren't going to want it anyway.
Yeah,
There's-
nobody's going to
Yeah,
hide
like-
this.
Every DPS has got 2 or 3.
Like
different
yeah,
cloaks.
but everyone that still has Baron, this is still better than Baron.
Yeah, but if they're going to need on this, people are going to laugh at them, and then
Yeah, I'm just saying that it's probably
Is
it's
it
like
better?
a,
Is it better?
Yeah,
than Baron?
it's better.
13 strengths, only 13.
Yeah, you're missing 5 agility, but you again, when you have 56 crit already, you want the attack power, not the crit. Just saying.
I mean, it's only going to be better for warriors, not for rogues.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, only the warriors.
But if a warrior wants this and they actually get an upgrade from it and they still haven't gotten anything from BVL, fucking
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
look
Yeah,
at my
yeah,
cloak. Look at my cloak, for example. It's better technically for threat because it's
Yep,
more strength, right? So if I don't have anything else, I'll grab this. 6 stamina. It's a little bit more stamina as well and defense. Yeah, good shit. But it's not a big item. That's gonna be
I agree.
prioritized to anyone.
It should be locked to tanks, but it should just be tank prior. Simple.
Nah.
Hey,
If
guys,
anyone,
hey,
if anyone
guys.
needs this, then grab it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rampion.
How's it
Rampion,
going?
it's good.
Yeah.
If you look at this cloak, Rampion,
Yeah.
if you look at this, would you like, holy shit, this is insane, I'll grab it? Or would you say, if no one else needs it, I can take it?
No, so I mean the cloak that I want is the one with heat from AQ20.
Yeah, exactly,
So,
right. So nobody's gonna look at this
Yeah.
and be like, oh shit, I need this, right? It's gonna be like, who
No.
gets an upgrade right now?
No way.
It's not
no
a big
way.
item for anyone, so not gonna prior
No,
this.
no.
Viserys, Scarab Rouge, let me just lock that behind.
So have you done like loot prio up until now, or is there a list that I can watch or something?
Yes, this is the list so far.
Oh yeah, let me just have a look. Okay, so chest of annihilation. Yeah. So, badge of the swarm guard. Is that with like armor penetration or what?
Yes. Yes. This cleave trinket in the game, and also in beginning of TPC.
Yeah, looks good so far. Yeah.
AQ40 rank. AQ40 rank. So far, only one item been AQ40 rank locked. Is it Princess Huron? Here this comes out. Hive Defilers. I don't really care if any
Sure.
DPS warrior wants or tank wants this. Like, it's bis for threat. It's also bis for, like, I'm not gonna take it because I know
Just leave.
other
It's
things
just, it's
exist.
just an upgrade over stability braces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for DPS warriors, this is currently it's gonna be endgame bis if you have world buffs. Like, this
Yes.
is the bis bracers for all the DPS warriors.
Yeah, definitely.
But if a tank is also wanting this, like if, for example, Damador signs up as tank and he also wants, I don't want to lock it, right? If that makes sense. I don't want to lock
No,
it behind DPS warriors or
fine.
something. And also, it's bis for threat. So if you actually want to swap in, like I lose 13. If I was to swap this, right, as a tank, I lose 13 stamina, but I gain 10 strength and I gain 5 IG. It's actually decent for tanks
Yeah.
as well. So, if people want it, they can soft reserve it. Fuck it. It's not a important enough item that I'm gonna lock it behind rank 4 AQ40 rank, in my opinion. It's bis,
So-
but it's
so-
not a big bis. It's a bis, but it's a small upgrade compared to the other ones you have.
So what is that AQ40 rank, or what did you say?
Yeah,
Or what's that?
when it's gonna be, regardless, it's gonna be a new rank, right? It's gonna be a new AQ40 rank, which is named something Bug Slayer or Bug Killer or something AQ40 rank, like veteran, right? It's gonna be a new
Okay.
rank. And then let's see, Gloves of the Messiah. This is bad for everyone. This
So
is
like how do you get that rank? Like what do you need to do? Do you need to be like a tank, or what's
no,
the
you
thing?
do play good. Like
Okay,
you just
okay.
got promoted to veteran, but with a delay because you didn't rank to rank 14.
Yeah.
Now your gear is catching up to rank 14 guys. So if you continue doing like you do now, you'll get rank AQ40 rank. Maybe first week, maybe second, maybe third week of AQ40, right? Or maybe first
Ah,
week. Maybe you'll be
so
promoted
that's
before
like
the raid comes out. But it's gonna be the same thing as regular veteran and then a new rank.
okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
what's, they
these
are they are best pre-nax for rest of druids, but paladins obviously get the ZG gloves.
Yeah, so paladins shouldn't need this. So it's no reason to like.
They have the one from CG. It's 55.
Yeah, so
Really?
ZG's 55, and then
It's
the
59.
59 even.
59, yeah, and then the druid tier 2's 42.
Yeah. So in my opinion, this is just no paladins is gonna be dog shit geared enough to not to need these kinda. So it's no reason to put a requirement on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Ring of the Martyr. This is
Every hero.
barely worse than Parliament Man, right?
It's basically you're going to be using that ring with the Nax ring if you're not got Elementium banned.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Zin. I think this is something the healers need to discuss on like the healer channel. Like I've got Elementium banned, so I'd pass on that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I think it's kind of more like if you've already got Cauterizing banned or Elementium banned, I think the healers should sort of like the veteran healers should basically be like if you've got two rare rings, you get prior on this first, and I think that's the way we should rock it. But again, that's a discussion for the healers. I think.
Yeah. Because this is the third best ring, or it's
yeah,
the
so
same
it's
as
joint-
Elemental Man, right?
It's no, so it's weaker than Elementium band. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so Elementium band's 53 with more int, so it's better. But Elementium band's your base ring, and then you basically have that ring or the Nax ring.
Yeah, but we're basically talking about 1 or 2 healing or 5 int or 10 int, like it's small upgrades between those 3 rings, right?
Yeah, so every healer wants Elementium band, and then you
Yeah.
rather want Ring of the Martyr or the Ring Othab, I think it is.
Yeah.
But it's the same healing power as that one. It's just get intellect and spirit rather than MP5.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're basically just and with the way I said to Zin, and Zin agreed, is like any healer that's not got an epic ring should get prior on that before the other healers. But every healer wants it.
Should I lock this, or is it not?
I mean, you're rather going to use that Elementium band or the ring for in game. Like those 3 rings are the only rings you're going to use. So it's whether you think it's worth locking. But it is one of those like Cauterizing band's going to be open to pugs, I think, because the Ring of Martyr is going to be out. So I think realistically, as if Elementium band and Ring of Martyr is locked behind rank, that means that pugs can get 2 Cauterizing bands, for instance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you guys think about that? I don't. Obviously, I'm only speaking from.
If it's good enough to be end game base, just lock it.
But it's not good enough. It's not endgame bis. It's barely behind pure element in band. But people are going to be using it in endgame because we're not going to have 40 people with bis gear, right? That's the thing.
Well, so for druids, you're meant to be using Ring of Martyr with pure Elementium band.
Oh, really?
And you can swap pure Elementium band out for the ring from Anub. So like that's basically Ring of Martyr tends to be best for every healers because of the MP5. But the MP5 is better than the Insect and Spirit from. But yeah, so it's basically you want to use Ring of Martyr with either the ring from BWL with or the ring from Anub.
So
you can
I'm listening to I should lock this basically.
Yeah, I think it should be a lot behind rank for the Ring of Martyr.
AQ40
all get
rank. There you go. Cool. See, I'm just gonna sort this. So this, I see. So Shadow Rescuer. Put this on top. Chest of Annihilation was from this cunt. This is from that guy. This is from that guy. This is from that. No, this is good. Good. Hoover Stinger. Technically better for rogues than Sadus Bow. No, Sadus Bow. Fucking Striker's Mark.
Striker Mark's base all game because of the hit.
Yeah. So technically better on cleave fights actually. When you're doing stuff, because more AP gives you more damage, and this is with world buffs gives you crit as well. But when you get crit capped as a rogue, you need hit, so then suddenly this isn't better anymore. So so not worth prioing. Probably gonna go to a tank or a rogue without Striker's Mark. Cool. Twin Amps. These ones are very good for rogues if they don't have dark metal, but every rogue has dark metal except Bubble Stab, right?
I mean, so they are bis for true.
It's for Feral.
Yeah, those are bis for Feral.
Bis all game for Feral and second bis for Bear.
Yeah, they're not bis or second bis or third bis for warriors. So warriors don't get these. Ferals really want these, and rogues also can end up using these, but it's not.
I don't think you should prio. Like you can have the same, like on rogues and ferals. I guess we don't have that many rogues anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think. Do you think any rogues would take them?
Yeah, if they have other good pieces, then they swap these in. Yes.
Okay.
And also, when you are starting to get crit capped, you end up using these unless you have like full tire tree and you use these.
I mean, you can get the tier 2 braces give hit anyway.
Yes, they are very good, but these are barely better, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I mean.
Alright, just give them to Feral first, then in that case, then. Like
rogues
if
end
they
up
have
wanting these, but they're not like insane. Look at this difference.
Yeah.
It's not that much difference. It's 16 agi, 1 hit on rogues.
It's not super.
7 agi for 15 strength, basically.
Yeah. So.
Just give them to Feral. You only have one Feral.
Maybe 2.
Who?
Owls? Let's see. Twins.
Brute soft spec, obviously.
Brute soft spec, yeah.
Execution. Bracers. Feral. Prio. Veclor, blah blah. These are dog shit. This is tank prio. Also fucking bis tank prio. So I really want that, but it's not that much better than what you can get in Axe. So it's not like an insane belt. It's better. This is the best mitigation belt, but Royal Kiraji belt. Tank prio. Boots of Epiphany. Shadow Priest bis. But doesn't really matter. Any priest wanting to go shadow can get these. It's not like a huge item because Bloodvine exists. Emperor, this is bis for ferals, I think, and nobody else is going to take it anyway.
Yeah.
Mitigation ferals.
Yeah, it's just tank. Wing for Emperor's bis all game.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to contest that, so fuck it. This is bis for casters when they have a good offhand, right?
Yep.
Do we want to prioritize this to warlocks? Or mages, or both?
I mean, both
I would say both, yeah.
So, who else would take it over
Boomkins?
mage?
No, that's what
Yeah,
I mean.
you
We are prioritizing it to both, then I do nothing. If we're prioritizing to mage, then, prioritize to mage. If you're prioritizing it to warlock, we're prioritizing it to warlock. So, or is it just going to be soft reset if you want it?
I understand now what you're talking about. They don't want to give it a boomy, that's why.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair, I think the Boomy's going to use the Arcane Tool anyway.
Yes. And this is too good on those classes to give it
It
to
does-
me,
it
in
does-
my opinion.
It
but just pre-event them.
is based for Boomy until Nax anyway. So
Yes, but Warlocks and
I
Mages
don't-
get more out of this. Straight up.
yeah, I mean it's just more like the boomie's not going to provide. The boomie's there to provide crit, not actually damage. So
Yes.
What do you mean?
When Mob is there, like this week, he is there
Yeah.
to apply Fairy Fire, not Insect Swarm, because that takes him out of form, apparently. So Fairy
Yes.
Fire and provide crit, and do some Starfires, and look pretty. Look buff. That is basically his job. Because now, when AQ gear comes out, they fall off even harder than they already are. So, just how it is. So this is going to be Mage, Warlock, Prio.
well, I'd argue that Boomkins get incredibly strong. It's just the fact that they don't scale as well as the other class.
I mean, they get stronger, but that's not hard to do, sadly.
Can
Scepter, Mage, Warlock. I'm not gonna lock that because it's not an important enough piece because AV offhand exists. So also Bag of Whammies exist. So you're getting 1 crit and 2 damage.
But as I'm saying, you get the 0.5 boss has the exact same stats, just a little bit less.
Yes,
Sharper.
that as well. So there's other options basically. Amulet of Vecnilash. This is endgame bis for both mages and druids. No, mages and warlocks. Wasn't that what we found out? And also,
Boomies use it, but they replace it in Nax.
yeah, and warlocks use it, but they replace it in Nax. Isn't that how it is? KT Nak. This one. This is mages. Oh, this is bis for mages, not warlocks, I think. Or is it bis for both?
Well,
Mages-
mages use it.
Hey,
Mages use
Amulet
it.
of Vec is for mages.
Because warlocks, they want
both are
this more because this is more crit. If a mage
You get-
gets this, he's not replacing it, even with the next, even with the drop. But the warlocks would, right?
We get the 2 crit from Nax.
Yeah. So mage. Okay, cool. Amulet of Vec. Mage Prime. Bracelets of Royal Redemption. This is it this
They're
for all druids?
Bis for all healers.
All healers, okay, yeah. So no prio on them. Or do we lock it behind some rank?
Just double checking. I don't
Like,
even
is
think
it
they get
insane?
replaced.
Is it insane?
No, that's what I'm saying. Just they don't get replaced for druids or paladins. I know that. I'm not sure about priests. But it's only if they're not going to go.
Priest,
Druids and paladins.
arguably, you want to use, unless you get full tier 3, you arguably want to use 3 piece of tier 2 all game. Unless you get like full biz. Because the 15% mana continued broadcasting is, insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's. I would personally, I would give it to a paladin because priests and druids are going to be using tier pieces more than paladins are.
So priest or druid prio on those?
No, I mean I'm obviously it's best for both priests, druids, and it's best for every healer.
Yeah.
But I personally think druids and priests are going to be using the tier set bonuses more than what paladins are. So, but I mean, I would give it to a paladin before priest and druid because we have, like, the set bonus braces is always going to be a set piece for druids. Like the gloves, braces, and chest are like the 3 set normally that you use until you replace tier 2. But so it's literally it's only minor upgrade. Like my braces, for instance, are 33, which is 20, but it's like 20 healing power. But then I lose a 3 set, which is obviously the 15 mana regen. So it's the same for priests. With paladins,
they don't have mana issues.
yeah, they don't have mana issues, and as shown with world buffs, crit is not as valuable as what the guides estimated for poly paladins. So flat healing power is always going to be better than crit, and I think it should be pally prio because priests and druids use the set bonuses.
Yeah.
But again, it's bis for every healer, so again, I think that should still be locked.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe just lock it, and then casters or healers can actually talk within themselves, like
Yeah.
what they want to do with it, kind of.
because obviously I'm saying that priests and druids shouldn't take it because we use the set bonuses more, but yeah, it's 20 healing power for priests and druids, but it's the same upgrade for paladins, but obviously paladins aren't going to have a set bonus with braces on at any point, even in tier 3. So I think they use chest and legs, I think.
The next piece would be, this is shit gloves. This is barely worse than Coreham belt, so it's not a priority item.
Which one's that?
Or
Oh,
get
that one,
rid of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Coreham belt
sorry.
exists, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Coreham, yeah.
This is shit. This is horde only. This is random PvP shit. Cool. Oru. Don Rigoberto. Was this the same thing? Like it's this.
Yeah, it's the exact same as the braces.
Crystal Adorned Crown exists, but nobody's gonna get that, so this is the best one then.
Yeah, so it's like base for all healers. You could argue the crit one again from World Boss is better for druids, but again we're probably not going to get that.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to be using tier 3, so I'm not fussed about it. I'm going
Yeah.
to pass it. Recent druid, Impala.
I think this is also replaced by actually for paladins and priests when they get full tier 3, right?
Yeah, but full tier 3 isn't as effective for paladins as it is for priests. Like paladins are going to prioritize healing power over
Yeah.
full tier.
That's what I mean. It gets replaced. But unless you have it, then you gear with it. So it's not like, oh, everyone is gonna need this. It's gonna be, oh, the people that get this change up some other pieces that they want to prioritize because then they have a really fucking good hat, right?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a discussion again, where it's like for instance, if we've got 2 paladins, one of them will go tier, the other one will go for this.
Yeah. Like in my opinion, neither this one or the bracelets should be prioritized, nor
Yeah, like it's not like, oh, paladins get it before everyone. It's just more whoever's like, for instance, I'm going for full tier 3. I'm not going to be taking the off pieces off priests, paladins, or the other druids.
Yeah, because you know you're not gonna soft dress that, right?
Yeah, and
Exactly.
you have the, if you're a rejuve druid, you're only going to be using tier 2 anyway, so you don't need if you're rejuve healing, you don't need anything at this point once you get full tier 2. Only regrowth and healing touch druids would go, but like if you're going healing touch, if you're going to be mana conserving, you want to have full tier 8. If you want to be pumping, you want to be off. But I'm going for full tier 8, but full tier 3, sorry. But yeah, but again, I think it's a discussion between the healers to sort of say like, right, who's going for tier 3 and who's going for healing power, because that's how we determine who should get prior on it.
Yeah.
I think, not class.
I agree. So, in my opinion, both this one and this one gets removed from the rank because we're not gonna have, like, honestly, we're not gonna have that many pug healers because we have a stable healer team, and you know, Nico is gonna join in with his paladin when he's back now. So we're actually good on paladins.
Well, you could probably argue with the Ring of Martyr then. The same thing.
Nah, I kind of want to keep that because we've been fucking unlucky, but I don't want to like lock 5 different healer items, if that makes sense. Because then if we need a pug healer and they say, oh, literally everything is fucking locked, I can't soft dress any of this, then it's 8s.
If you add the helm, and then basically list the helm and bracers, basically like in brackets, like to the healer channel, so it's sort of like you're basically just amplifying to say that this is something that the healers need to discuss. It's not a discussion to be like, oh, the paladins are getting it first, because then other priests are like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Healers discuss, and Don Rigoberto. Healers discuss.
But that's gonna leave it open.
It's gonna leave it open.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna remove this, put it down here.
But the thing is, every healer can use tier 3 anyway, so it's not
yeah,
like
exactly.
If no one gets it, it's like, oh well, like you're just gonna use your tier 3 helm.
That's what I mean. It's not a big ticket item. It is a big ticket item when you get it, and then it just changes what other gear things you want. And that's what I mean. It's like a big item for the person who get it, but it's not like if some person like a priest, for example, full tier 2 exists right now, and if you then spam greater heal rank 1, it's a good gear set to have with the 8 set bonus. What are you doing here? Yeah.
So the priest one's more healing, the druid one's slightly more. The
Yeah.
pally one crit over. So like, the pally one, you could argue, is slightly better, but
yeah, but for everyone, this isn't kind of like the end all. Like if you get this item, you might end up even replacing it. Like you might, and that's the thing. It's not an important enough item that I want to like hold it back.
It's just basically because if you have that, you don't need tier 3. Like you don't have to worry about tier 3.
True. Like that's what I
the
mean.
whole
It
reason.
changes what other items you need to focus on, but it's not like this is something everyone wants. It's something that everyone would appreciate, but it's not something that everyone desperately is hoping drops every week. Kinda. It's not an important enough item to lock behind a rank or a class. To be honest, if people want this and they're planning to set up a set with it, then they soft reserve it and they win it. Good shit. That's my opinion on both this and this, to be honest. But I'll post this in Healer Discuss and they can decide. Burst bracers, these are worse than you use the hit bracers from either the quest line or the
Blackwing Lair.
Blackwing Lair, yes.
Well, yeah.
This is PvP, this is Jump Bar, which is a fun item that does Feral Druids want this?
I mean,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, but
Earth Strike exists, which is better for those artists.
yeah.
But you
So,
need more than one.
so the thing is, DFT's prior one for druids, obviously.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
you've got the saffron trinket, and believe it or not, the 2% crit trinket is what you're going to interchange anyway between any use trinket you have. So it's basically you're going to use the Kiss of the Spider, the saffron trinket, or that trinket. So it's whatever trinket on use you have, you interchange with the 2% crit, as long as you got DFT.
Yeah. Because warriors have Diamond Flask, and they want to have 2 more active trinkets, which is then Earth Strike and either this or the Cleave one, the Swarm Guard, I mean, or Kiss of the Spider. Preferably Kiss of the Spider, or the Cleaving one. So this is not the best trinket for warriors. It's not endgame biz. For rogues, it's a little bit more relevant because they pop this, wait 5 seconds, and then they pop Adrenaline Rush and Blade Flurry, and then they fucking slap. For ferals,
I don't think you should prior this to a feral. I'm not saying that. Like, I think that you should prior DFT to a feral. That I think. But I don't think you should prior this one. It's
No.
not a game changer at that.
and Earth
Like
Strike
that.
exists. So if people want to have 2 active trinkets and they only have a Diamond Flask at the moment, then
Yeah.
they farm Earth Strike. Like this isn't an important trinket in my opinion. It's very good for warriors to have as a 3rd trinket or as a 2nd trinket if they're too lazy to farm Earth Strike, but I don't gonna give a shit if people don't farm Earth Strike, then that's a problem. Hunters, they use this or Earth Strike as Devil's Sword Eye as well, right? Or is this better than Devil's Sword Eye?
Thing is that can't hunters use 2 active trinkets during the fight because
Yeah,
they
and then
have
they
things
swap.
different trinkets for.
Yes, so they have 2 actives. So they
Yeah.
currently have Devil's Sword Eye, and then they want 1 more, and then Earth Strike exists. So like this is a get out of jail free card for farming Earth Strike. That's what it is basically, and that's why I kind of dislike this trinket because a lot of people want this, but Earth Strike
Don't prior
exists.
to anyone though. Let people reserve them.
Yeah, basically. Cool. Then we agree. This gun exists, and we've had bad luck on Expo.
It's a good warrior gun.
Do we want to give this to hunters, or do they not care?
Oh, you mean that? Oh. I think you should be hunter prio if they need it, but it's like
Should I do like this?
they
Larvae.
won't.
There's not going to be a single warrior using a soft reserve on that
Exactly.
in the beginning at least. So if the hunters need it, they can drop their soft reserves on it.
So I'll do like this. Larvae, hunter, prio, if no soft res. So hunter prio, soft
Yeah.
reservable by other classes, by warriors. Soft reservable by warrior. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. This we've gone through, this we've gone through, this we've gone... No, this we will go through. Cool. So, now comes the funny stuff. Mark of Cthulhu tank prio, obviously. So... Mark
You need
of
to
Cthulhu.
type it. It's obvious. No.
Nobody else can go for it.
Yeah, fuck it. Cloak of Clarity. This is not better than what exists already, right?
I mean,
It's,
in terms,
it's
it
close.
is better in terms of like HPS, in terms of like MP5.
It's a
but-
small upgrade. It's BIS, but
yeah,
it's a small upgrade.
It's not even worth reserving for even like veteran ranks or anything because
Yeah.
you get better.
So this is endgame BIS, but whenever we bring a pug, I want
He's
this
not
to
gonna
be
be
like, you know that it's a tank prio item, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't want the pug rolling on it, and then everyone saying, "Oh, it's a tank item," and then they say, "But
Yeah,
it's main spec." So and then
Yeah.
tank prio. Cloak of Clarity.
Again,
Yeah,
it's
not
just
important.
minor, nothing important.
This is BIS for all casters, right?
Yep.
Is it worth locking it? How many items have been locked so far? Is this one of the items that are big? No, because it's 8 more spell power or 2 more spell. Wait, let me see.
More spell power. The Seji one has 23.
So it's 7 more spell power. Yeah. So it's 7 more spell. Like, this is also not a big ticket item. It's 7 more spell power. It's BIS, but not an important enough item that is going to be locked. It's 11
Normally-
stamina and 7 damage.
Yeah, yeah. I get you. I get what you mean. Like it's only a minor upgrade. Like on the terms of things, it's minor. It's the same
Yeah.
with.
It's the
the
same as
cloaking
this.
belt.
Yeah.
It's even less with Cloak of Broodlord, because normally that's the one you should carry.
Yeah, I
you
think
get
only
your hit
warlocks and
elsewhere.
boomkins want it. Mages tend to
Broodlord,
want
what?
the BW and Nef coat.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, because that's basically the same spell power, right?
It's
Basically
a
the
bit
same.
more, but there is no hit on it because
Yeah.
you get your hit
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Mages prefer the spell power over the hit normally, anyway.
Yes. But so if you have CG cloak or if you have this cloak, it's 1 hit or 7 spell power. Like it's small. It's not relevant. It's not something huge. Nobody's gonna cry over that. But then we get to this one. People are gonna cry if someone wins this. So what do we do here? Do we say, because let's see, this one exists, but as well, where's the fucking? Wait, what am I doing?
BW have two.
Wait, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the belt, and then we go here. This one exists, and this one exists. So this is BIS for all. Like everyone agrees on that. This is BIS for all. But mages have this one, which is kind of shit.
Yeah, hit over crit.
And then you have, yeah, and it's chance to hit. And warlocks have this one, which is 7.
Yeah, so it's minor for warlocks, where it's big for mages.
Yeah. So so warlocks want this, obviously. Mages want this, very obviously. And to be honest, I'm open to just locking it behind the rank and letting the casters decide between themselves.
Sounds good.
Definitely be the same thing as the.
Because I don't want this to go to a random, because that's 8. So
Should probably have rank on this and on the next belt and
Yeah.
the next
AQ40.
gloves. And,
right. And then we have this one. This is also it's
Yeah, it's BIS for all healers, but it's like minor
Warhammer belt
upgrade.
exists. It's a minor upgrade. It's not that good. It's BIS, but it's not that good compared to other items that can drop here. So it's
Next
BIS. Who wants this? Grab it. Belt of Neverending Agony. It's belt onslaught girdle exists, so warriors can fuck off.
Yeah.
Belt of Neverending Agony. Ferals really want this,
Yeah.
right?
It's best.
There's no other belt, but it's the same for rogues, isn't it?
No,
It's-
Rogues
yeah,
doesn't end up using this in full bis. Ferals do.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the
Ferals
only
definitely.
it's the only upgrade Fells have from the ZG quest.
As a rogue in full bis, you wear Tire 3 and the Tire 2.5 chest because it gives 2% hit. So you wear Tire 3 belt, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
So
It's bit-
I'm
it's-
open to locking this behind rank and Feral Rogue Prio.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Belt of Never Ending.
Switching main? No.
AQ40 rank. Rogue Feral Prio. Dark Storm Gauntlets.
Bis casters.
Is it this for all casters?
If they want hit, yeah.
But mages don't use them in their endgame set, right?
I think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Why didn't I use them? Because I was hit capped. So I just went full damage, yes.
Yeah.
So
It's like-
arguably it's not the endgame bis for mages because they get too much hit. So you want to put extra hit, but this is not the biggest upgrade you can get.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be like. It shouldn't just be like, oh well, mages can blah blah blah. But it should just be casters. To say,
Yeah,
whoever
because if
wants-
you're full bis mage, right? If you have all the gear, right? Having the hit on the gloves with 2 less spell damage, but then you can swap out these pants for Festering Swarm, which gives 57, so that's 11 extra, right? So I didn't use them because I didn't have Festering Swarm, but these ones were better than the other. Does that make sense? So it's in endgame bis you're probably using them, but it's a small upgrade endgame bis for mages, and it's a big upgrade for warlocks. I kind of want to give those to warlocks because, you know, it's a huge item for warlocks and it's a
Well-
good item for mages.
Why don't we sort of have it like Warlock Prior, but if a mage soft reserves, they can roll on it just as fairly. As Warlocks.
As you did with the gun for hunters.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, same as the gun. Yeah, because like mages want it, but obviously it's better for warlocks. But obviously, if they soft reserve it, they should just be allowed to roll on it if they've got the rank.
If we're gonna make it that complicated, I'll just rank lock it. I think. Belt of Never. No, wait. Dark Storm. Storm. I think we'll just do like this: AQ40 rank, mage / warlock, and then they can discuss it like they have done with tier.
Yeah.
Because arguably this is bis for mages, but I don't think anyone is going to go into their first run and not look at anyone else's soft reserve and just do soft reserve this instantly. I think it's an item you want long term, but it's not like something that mages are going to be like, I need this right now, while warlocks are going to look at this and say, fucking I need this right now. So I think it's going to sort itself out, kind of, if
Well,
that makes sense.
Most mages are probably using the ZG gloves right now.
Yes.
So like realistically, what's that? About 18 spell power increase?
Yes,
So
you make 2018 extra spell power. Which is good, but it's better items that gives you a lot more. Gauntlets of Annihilation, that's going to be rank locked, and DPS Warrior. Did I put the Steadfast Determination tank prio? Yes. Gauntlets of Annihilation. Is it GOA? I'll just do like this. GOA.
These gauntlets is like best in slot whole game, right?
Yeah.
Even Nux, right? Yeah. Fuck, that's such a good item. Like besides the ZG gloves, it's insane.
Yeah.
yeah.
This. Yeah, GOA, AQ40 rank, DPS Warrior Pro. This. Ring of the Godslayer, this is usable by hunters, also usable by tanks, not a big piece, no one that's gonna block this. Vanquish Tentacle of Cthulhu, Hentai Prio.
Really good for Feral.
Yeah.
Right, it's on the list.
This one, Scepter of the False Prophet.
Every healer.
Every healer, right? So just how big of a difference is it to The
Rank
healing.
14, it's like 50 extra healing.
Yeah, it's 135 versus 187. Yeah, so this is
So then you
big.
get, yeah, it's a big upgrade for all healers. But
Yes.
obviously, again, this is sort of the thing where, obviously, I think the last time we talked about it was sort of like whoever, like if a priest or a druid is getting priority on Atiash, then they shouldn't be allowed to take that.
Exactly. Shift as a false prophet. I think we're just gonna lock it, and then people should talk between themselves to avoid any drama on it, in my opinion. Or they can all soft reserve it because it's the biggest upgrade for all healers. So
I mean, every healer eventually will get an upgrade from Nax anyway,
Yes.
because you get the 161 healing power mason.
Yes, and that drops like 30% of the time. So okay. AQ40 rank. I'll just lock it behind the rank, and then good shit. That sting. Haka wants this.
Dagger Warrior?
Yeah, now he's Edgemaster Dwarf Warrior.
So as a tank, he would really want it for his offhand.
Yes, but you know, it's Dagger Rogues exists.
I mean, it's extremely good for dagger rogues as well.
Yeah.
But those are the only two. I presume we don't have a dagger
Like-
rogue right now, do we?
To be honest, if he wants this, he should just go full dagger and get the gauntlets from MC instead.
Yes, I agree.
And not have a CTS.
Oh yeah, he should. Yeah. H
Like,
core.
the
he should
double
grab.
dagger should be better in that case. Like Pugio is awesome. Like, oh come on, man.
Yes, using that sting and dagger gloves from MC and Pugio offhand, then you're a threat machine, and you're gonna be on single target threat. You're gonna be fucking amazing all game. So in my opinion, it's very good, and it's not gonna be prioritized to any tank warrior because you know we have Thunder Fury on me, and we don't need insane threat on the off tank because off tank. So if we didn't have Thunder Fury, then this would be tank prio, and I'd grab it, and then I'd stop complaining about Thunder Fury. But I have Thunder Fury, so this is not an issue. So in my opinion, Dagger Rogue prio. We don't have Dagger Rogues, so then just lock it behind nothing. In my opinion, not an important item. Unless any Rogue really want to go Dagger. But none of them have talked to me about going Dagger. And all of them are using right now swords, if we check the log. Let's see, what are they using right now?
They only use dagger on like race score and on Veil, I think.
Not Razor Gorn, just Veil.
Yeah, some are using it.
They should be
So
dual swap
fast.
checking. If we look at Nefarian, what are they using? Bubble Stab. He is using Backstab. He is wearing.
I suppose dagger. You have to wear dagger to use backstab.
Yes, but why can I not see his gear? Okay.
He was naked.
We need to go to all.
He is using Purds and Fang of the Faceless, so he's not ranking. Then we have Deathweaver. He is using Grand Marshal. Why is he using? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's Dirk on Veil. Yeah, that makes sense. Fako. He is Lobotomizer and Mirror Song. Keck items.
What the fuck is that?
He's soon rank 14. He's soon rank 14.
Okay.
He was 2 weeks on vacation, you know. So. Lan, rank 14. He's using swords, right? How many fucking item sets does he have? Holy shit. Yeah, long sword. Yeah, so we have 2 dagger rogues. One is not rank 14 yet, and one is not ranking. So giving them a free, that's like.
I mean, there's no point reserving it if there's only going to be 1 or 2 people taking it.
Exactly. So they're just gonna be smart and throw their soft reserve on it, right? So, you know, so not even gonna rank lock it because probably none of the rogues are gonna be the AQ40 rank anyway. The first week, so let's see how they do, and then they can get ranked up. So it's no reason to put this as a AQ40 rank if none of the rogues are even going to be the AQ40 rank in the first week, because then it wouldn't have any input. So fuck it, not important. Dark Edge of Insanity, PvP weapon, fun. Eye of Katoon, this is fun. Fruits, why am I not giving this to a healer? You have such a good explanation on it.
Yeah, so it is base for every healer, but it's literally because there's 2 other nets that are like, it's the same minor upgrade, the same as the belt, same as the cloak. So it is base, but the upgrade is so minor compared to what casters get.
Yeah.
So. The same for the melee even.
Well,
Cloaks
this for tanks, this is huge.
Yeah. So like the cloak's base for like most melee, but obviously the cloak and the ring are massive upgrades in comparison to the neck.
Yeah. So this tank, yes. This caster, yes. So I'm thinking
So
doing.
I think that cloak is beast for tank, if I'm correct.
It is beast
because
for
of
tank.
the agility, yeah.
Yes. So it's beast for tank. It's also so AQ40
I think it's
rank.
best for DPS also.
It
if
is
I-
also
if I see
small
it.
upgrade. Small upgrade. Not huge. It's bis, but not insanely bis. Because
Let's see.
if you have the 5 extra strength from the trash cloak in as a warrior, 5 extra strength compared to 10 agi. Not a big difference as a DPS
No,
warrior.
it's not a big difference. I see it now. I see the difference.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm
for
saying.
rogues, the rogues want it though. Rogues want it, but dagger rogues are going to be using the AQ20 cloak,
Yeah.
and
but
sword rogues are going to use Cloak of Consecrated Hatred, or they're going to be using the what's his face, the Cloak of Firemaw.
Yeah, it's the same argument. If DPS are rolling for a minor killers should be allowed. So it's the
Exactly.
same argument.
So this is endgame. Like if I get this, or if Haka gets this, or whatever, and a tank gets this, they don't need a new cloak. They're good. They're set. Right. And it's a big upgrade compared to. If you look at
Did you do bug trio?
yes, long time ago.
Yeah, really.
So this is for tank. This is 4 agi and 11 strength and 3 stamina. So very big upgrade compared to for DPS warrior. It's you gain 4. You lose. No, you gain 10 agi and lose 4 strength. No, 5 strength. So it's not relevant for DPS warriors. It's kind of relevant for DPS warriors, but it's not huge for DPS warriors. So they should be getting the AQ. No, either the AQ20 cloak or the trash BVL cloak. Those are nearly as good. For tanks, it's very good. So tank prio and ring of the fallen god. Is that gonna be mage and warlock or just warlock?
It's bis, but not n bis.
I mean, it's good for mages if you need to hit. This is the argument.
Yeah, and that's the thing,
Is it-
because mages have the tier 3 ring, which they want, which they end up using. Because warlocks doesn't use this, right? Yeah, this is shit for warlocks. But for mage, this is pretty fucking good. 1 crit and 30 spell power. While warlock is 29 spell power and a fuck ton of stamina. Okay. So mages end up using this, and I don't remember which other ring, but that's another ring as well. While warlocks use.
The Ring of Chaos is the other one.
Is that from Horseman? No.
The endgame.
Yeah,
one?
this is the endgame biz. Seal of the Damned.
Eternal
This is
Flame?
endgame biz. Yeah, Seal of the Damned. And what's the other ring that I cannot remember?
Eternal Flame is endgame.
Which where is it? That's a trash, right?
It's a
Eternal
crit.
Flame. Yeah, this is so mages use this one. And the what's the name? The KT ring.
Yeah.
Or if they get their hands on it, they use this one instead of the trash ring. And warlocks use this one and the Katoon ring. So mages have three options. Warlocks have 2 for the best in slot. So in my opinion, this goes to
Warlock over mage.
this goes to tank and warlock, and then main spec roll. Also, warlocks so far have no priority. Mages
No
have
solo player.
this one. Mages have this one. So if mages get this one, warlocks should get the ring. It's also a better upgrade for in the long term for warlocks.
The gloves I know. Okay, was after rank. Yeah. No, it's fine.
Is that what's the name again? Is that fair?
Just be careful that we don't, or we have to get some hit.
Yeah,
But we
I
have
mean,
the gloves.
you're getting,
we have
you're
the
getting.
gloves, so you can give the ring. Yeah.
tank warlock, and then if all the 3, 4, whoever we have like usually 3 people signing up as tank. So if we have 3 people signing up as tank, and we have 4 warlocks, it's gonna be first. This drops every time. This is important to know. Like this drops every time. So if we have, let's say we have 1 warlock missing, and we have 3 to 4 warlocks, and we have 2 or 3 or 4 people signing up as tank, it's gonna be 6 or 7 weeks, and then the major starts getting it.
To be honest, I had it in some and I had it in classic. So yeah.
Yeah, because everyone gets it. Like we're also gonna do AQ40 and Nax, so it's like everyone gets it. Mages will have starting to get it. Maybe not all the mages, but all the warlocks should have it by the end, and all the tanks should have it by the end of AQ40 before we go into Nax, and also some mages should have it. And after a couple of weeks of Nax, all the mages will have it. So when they're working on their best in slot, they will also get this ring.
It's fine. It's okay. It's good.
So then it is the tokens. That drops on Satura. No. Vanquish. No. Visitors. Yes, here. So this one. Command. Good for warrior, but rank 13 gear exists, so you want this for when you're breaking up your rank 13 gear, but it's not insanely much better. So
I would want it as DPS because of the heat. Like I have the shoulders from BVL, those red shoulders, which have like more agi, but this one
And
has the
dodge.
heat, so I would prefer this. Yeah,
Yeah,
since I'm DPS.
you're not rank 13, so
Yeah.
so that's why you want it, and that's what I mean. This is good for DPS warriors if they're not rank 13. This is shit.
But the
Hunters
boots, yeah, the
don't
boots
use
are shit.
this. I think hunters don't end up using this, right? Well, I need a hunter here. Why is no hunter here? Bree.
It's not bad, but it's
I think it's
not
only
great
rogues
either.
that semi uses.
Rogues want this, and rogues doesn't use this because dark metal exists. Priests doesn't use this, or shadow priest does, but who gives a shit about shadow priests? No offense. Then we have DPS warrior, yes, if not rank 14. Rogue, yes, even if rank 14. So it's only going to be DPS warriors not rank 14 and rogues rolling on this. I'm fine just giving this out to whoever rolls highest.
I'm gonna be using those over my rank 13 shoulders.
Yeah, but you have SGC and something else off pieces,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I mean, all our DPS rank 14s has it. The SGC is none of us are using 6 pieces. We're using 2 pieces max.
Oh, I guess I'm the only one
Maybe
using it
3.
because
It's only
Tanking.
if I would
Only-
tank,
only
I would use
tank,
it, but
yeah.
I'm not. If I go DPS, I guess.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
I-
using the legs and the shoulders, and I did use the boots before I got the chromatic ones.
Oh, you got
Yep.
chromatic, yeah. So you've started breaking it up anyway. So you, even if you were tanking in full plate, you would still use this then, right? Instead of rank 13.
It should just be warrior rogue because Tam's going to be on his warrior most likely.
Yeah, warrior rogue. But
It's not worth giving prior. Just
No.
let people soft reserve it.
yeah,
Yeah.
in my opinion, yes. This one, this is Keck. This is Keck.
Divine Shag Premium. Yeah.
This
I
one
would-
is very good for the mages if they don't have the Razor Gore shoulders.
Yeah.
But that's the
Considering-
only class that uses it, I think.
All of these tier tokens, I mean, if we would have had a shaman, it would have been worth like giving it to one shaman.
The warlock
Because
ones are good.
But
The Warlock
the
shoulders
other-
is good. They're the only one that needs prio on it. So I'll actually on this one because the shoulders are so fucking good. They want it. Warlocks want it. Mages can use it, but they replace it if they get the BVL shoulders. So I'll
Just do it the same as a hunter gun. Warlock prio, soft as it. Like warlock mage.
Yeah, I mean, leave all of them just for soft reserves.
Yeah, personally, because no one's going to really take the tokens over.
should I even
I would.
add
I
this?
wouldn't set warlock prior in the manner that if the warlocks want it,
Just soft
they
reserve
need
it.
to use-
They're not
yeah,
gonna get
just-
big competition on it.
exactly. No, there's
Yeah.
not going to be any competition. And if you do not want to use a soft reserve on it, you do not think it's good enough for you, then you shouldn't have prior on it.
Yeah, I agree.
So just leave all the tokens for soft reserving.
Yeah.
There's none of
Except
them.
except some, because this is shit. Hunters don't use this. Rogues use this. No,
Yeah, it's an
Yes?
upgrade over. It's an
It's an
upgrade
upgrade.
over the tier 2.
yeah, but the dark mantle. I think this is one of the pieces you keep.
Yeah, but the thing is, the shoulders are like interchangeable. So it's like if you don't have the shoulders, you just
Yeah,
put
druids don't use it, and rogues I think use it. Rogues can soft reserve this for fucking easy loot, to be honest. Because I think they swap it out. I actually think they do. But
It's gonna be
warrior,
the same. Yeah, it's
this
gonna be
is
the
huge.
same.
yeah,
It's
warrior.
huge for you, yeah. But then soft reserve it.
Yes,
Yeah, I think tokens should just be soft
because
because
this
if
one
you
is
want it, if
this
you
one
want
is
it, you go.
this for Shadow Priest. But yeah, kick.
Because if you acquire all the tokens, then technically you get that type of class gets an extra soft reserve because
Yes.
then they don't have to soft reserve that item. They are sure that they are the only ones available
Yes.
to roll on it. So use your soft reserve if you want it.
Yes.
Yeah, as mage speaking, like I'm never gonna soft reserve those shoulders.
Yeah.
No.
The head for warlocks is huge though.
Use a soft reserve
So
on it.
what about the armaments and regalia, those that give weapons?
Those already been spoken about. It's not big weapons for anyone.
So I would
it's good
like, I
upgrade.
mean, if we get, I mean, if I get the leather gloves from MC for the dagger skill, I would like to go for the Pagio. Like, is that something?
No, don't. Please
No?
use a slow, because we're not gonna be. I really want all the warriors, except if you're a tank, but I really want all the warriors to use a slow main hand instead of a fast offhand because instead of a fast main hand because it goes so much faster to cleave shit if all the warriors are using optimized cleave gear instead of running around with a dagger main hand and then doing half the damage of like they're doing rogue
No.
damage on cleave shift if they're using
Yeah.
rogue.
So
dagger.
I wanted it for offhand, not for main hand.
Yeah, but then what are you using in main hand?
I mean, currently I have Brutality Blade and I'm reserving CTS from BVL, so I mean.
Okay, so you're not gonna run that double dagger.
No.
Oh, okay. Then it's
No,
fine.
I would only take the Pagyo if I can get like the gloves, since the gloves from like Khatoon will be reserved by everybody, and you know that's not something you can get easily.
Yeah, you're not
Just
swapping
to
to
get
Edgemaster or something like that, no.
Yeah, so I mean, just until I can get like the gloves and whatever. But I wanted the Pagyo for offhand, not for Mayhead. No way, no. And no, I'm not going double daggers. No.
Okay, cool. Then yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. If people really want
Yeah.
this, they soft reserve it, and then they get whatever token they need. So it's fine.
Yeah, like if a dagger rogue wants it, I'm not gonna take it. Obviously, I'm not,
No one gonna want that
But
anyway.
I mean, it's super good as a weapon because of the DPS and the stats. It's like, I mean, 1.7 speed, 1 crit, 1 hit, and attack power. That's insane. I mean, so that's what I was thinking. So I mean,
Yeah, we're getting to it. Yeah, so we're not gonna take this in a prior list then. Fuck it. Tank warriors really want this, and warlocks really want this. So when it drops, I'll probably pass it if a warlock wins. And I suggest all the like. Should we do that? This is for warrior and warlock. So we don't have like any griefing pug mages rolling for this because we have already prio on Mish for mages. So that was the intent that warlocks get this first.
I honestly just think that tokens should just be reserve it if you want it because they're going to drop enough. Everyone's going to get one, and it's just sort of like if a pug's reserving it, fucking hell, it's a pug's reserving it. We're having to pug because the guild can't be filled. So
yeah, fair.
I don't. Because like realistically, if you're locking that token out and a pug can't reserve it, and you've already locked out other stuff behind rank, the pug's got fuck all to roll on.
Yeah, true. Then let's see the legs here. They're not a discussion. Not a discussion.
Those are beasts for warrior. The legs for DPS, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I really fucking want those. I mean, I still have the fucking devil sword, so yeah. I've been reserving the BVL plate legs from Firemo for like 2 months, and I haven't seen them one.
They never drop.
Yeah, I actually gave up. Like honestly, I gave up because if they drop, like I don't think other DPS warriors want them, so it's not worth wasting a soft res on them because they're like pretty shit compared to the rank ones,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they never drop. So I mean, fuck it.
And then we have this one, which is also a huge upgrade.
Same thing.
10
Just
energy,
reserve the
18
token.
strength. Yes, 10 energy, 18 strength, 5 stamina. This is
That's like
this is
a good alternative to breastplate of annillation if you
But
don't
the
need the
thing is,
hit.
like,
So.
if you
Yeah.
look at
It's
that
nice.
chess piece though, who you competing against for that? A rogue? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, rogues. This is endgame piece for rogues. This is what they want.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're only competing against rogues for it, and like they both want it. If you want it, then you should just reserve it.
I mean,
think
DPS warriors would also roll for this, I believe, if they don't have
You're-
SGC.
yeah, if they're not actually see.
You're gonna roll for it, but you're not gonna reserve it over breastplate of annihilation.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you'd rather,
Like nobody
if you want it,
reserves
you should just reserve it. I don't think it should be locked behind.
No.
And then we have this, which is okay for mages, but not good. This Shadow Priest Biscuit. Or is it? Maybe. Insanely good for warlocks. But is it better than Bloodvine? I don't think. Druids, no. Cool. Cool. Then trash drops. This is shadow resistance, so already talked about. This is farming gear. This is meme
Trash.
gear. This is trash. This is insane if you have the Warhammer or if you have rank 14, because then you can go to mace, right?
If you've got iron full, would you?
Yeah. Also
I'm
for
actually
that.
considering putting back Iron Fold just to try it out, but I'm never gonna soft reserve it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it if nobody else wants it and
Yeah.
try around with
Like
Iron
this
Fold.
should be passed to whoever has like if you do you have rank 14? Let's see, weapons. You have the mace, right? But is that a fast one? No, it's
No, it's a slow also.
where's the slow one? Battle hammer,
There's a
longsword,
fast
claymore.
one
So
also.
it's above the Punisher, yeah.
Yes, that's Punisher. Yes, so if you're rank 14, then actually getting the offhand is very good. So if you're rank 14 and as a warrior, you want that. It's good.
If you get the mace from freaking, is it
Kazakh
Kazakh?
Lord
maze,
Kazakh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Kazakhstan is
Kazakh.
also insane.
Yeah.
Should they? Yeah, nobody's gonna. I mean, if I don't want a fucking rogue pug to roll on that, so I'm actually gonna do this. New BSAT. New BSAT. BSAT. Warhammer. Warrior. Fire. This one is decent for both classes, but mages firstly. But it's not this. And this is a meme. This is PP. So I think this is the list we end up on then.
So what about the loot rules overall? I wrote in
Yes.
Discord about, yeah, you mentioned those things. So what about that?
Yeah, so then that's the main point of discussion, to be honest. If you look at what you wrote, you said can't make it at 18, blah blah. I think the example 4 SR total per BVL AQ and using all of them in AQ in case you don't need anything from AQ is okay overall. Or anything from BVL is okay overall. I think it would best for either separate MC BVL together since they're lower tier rates on Thursday night, for example, and keep AQ on Sunday with normal SRLs. But do you really want to do long raids 2 days in a row?
No,
or
no,
two
no,
different
no.
raids?
So like, I don't want to do that, but I think that's better than having, for example, let's say we get 4 soft res per total, right, for BVL plus AQ.
Yeah.
And somebody uses all of those in AQ, right? Maybe you got lucky in BVL, you got everything you need. Now you are actually like milking everybody else in AQ because you got lucky in BVL, right? And it's like, I mean, to get 3 or 4 soft res in a raid where the other people have like 2 because they need shit from BVL, it seems like a lot. And that's why I suggested maybe split either the raids or split the soft res list and you get like 2 per each or whatever.
Yeah, so that's the way we're doing it right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds like the most okay thing to do, I guess. So I don't know.
You have to consider Rain Pain. If they already have everything of BWL, it means it's free rolled for you. So does it actually matter?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a possibility, but you are subject to chance, right? Not to,
Yeah,
So-
yeah, but If you still need it and the other ones don't need it, then it's you who is left. Considering we're not bugging, I'm always considering we are full with the guild. So
Yeah, I mean, but I'm taking into consideration the bugs as well, right? Because it's summer, like, some people maybe don't play or some people maybe quit. Because like AQ is historically what the lowest population or whatever. So I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah, but where do you like in terms of like loot wise? Do you guys still think double soft reserve is good?
I would
I think it's good. Yeah, I think two soft
'Cause-
reserve per each raid is good. Yeah,
no, but I mean like double soft reserving the same item. Like, because
yeah,
I don't like that. I think it should just be one reserve per item, but because I don't like how people like, for instance, like for me now, I've not been able to get any of my healer loot from MC forever because every paladin double soft reserves shoulders and every priest double soft reserves ring, and I'm never going like when I'm rolling one against like 16 rings and then 16 shoulders, it's like impossible for me to ever. The odds are always against me, if that makes sense. So it's
But the
like,
odds are always against everyone because
yeah,
there's so
yeah,
many
yeah,
people
you
on the
do.
item. So that has to be
yeah.
taken into consideration.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like in terms of like, if you had one reserve per item, it makes looting faster. There's no clusterfuck reading through like the road twice and stuff. I know add-ons can help, but I don't know. Like personally, I don't think double soft reserve an item is good, but
You just have to believe in yourself a little more, right? I won Onslaught against 12 roars, so
oh no, like
that's
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that like, I just
yeah,
think
I
that
know, I know.
it,
I'm joking. Yeah,
it's a bit shit sometimes. Like for me, I've double soft reserved the shoulders from MC a lot, and they never drop. So like I do MC, and it's like I'm just there. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
actually. There's no, and
it would
yeah,
in that
but
consideration if you were only allowed to drop one soft reserve on an item. For warriors going into molten core, that would basically make it more simple because we could use one of the soft reserves for Striker's Mark, Quick Strike Ring, other upgrades, but we don't really want to use a soft reserve on those because
You
we
want both
really want
on it.
to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
yeah,
mean, swapping over that you only have one soft reserve on an item is gonna broaden the spectrum of items you can get during a
Yeah.
raid, which is better for the whole
yeah.
raid.
That's what I'm saying. Like it increases the amount of loot you have a chance to roll on, but it also reduces the bullshit of someone's put fucking three soft reserves on a fucking ring of a curia. Like, it's like just shit like
What do you mean?
that. Yeah, because it's just like it's demoralizing when like it's like you need three items, and then that person's like, I've already got those two items week one, so I'm just gonna put everything onto this item. I'm
Yeah,
guaranteed. Yeah, so it's
But
shit. But I know
that's
that's just how
why
the game is. But I
that's
just think
how it
it's
is though. Like, just wait and see when we go to MC still for the fucking belt. Like when we have 20 warriors all reserving.
That's how I felt the entire of phase 1 and 2 when everybody was reserving Brutality Blade and Viscag. So yeah, I know.
yeah. I just think that I just think one reserve's better. But again, I'm not arguing like that it doesn't work. Like it's just that having the two pair raid's fine. But that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna say we need to change it or we should change it. I'm just saying that personally, I think that one reserve per round is better.
Like the points for it is kind of if you are at that point where you only need one item, should you continuously be rewarded by getting to double soft reserve that item? Or is it like, okay, cool, you only need one item, you still only get one soft reserve on it. You can't use 4 soft reserves on it.
I get what you're saying. So for instance, if I only needed wild growth shoulders,
Yeah.
am I allowed to roll twice on it? I still think no. I should only be allowed to roll once because I've been fortunate. Like I'm there as a guild. Do you know what I mean? I shouldn't be profiting being an extra roll just because I've been fortunate. Like I was fortunate to get Elementium banned. Does that mean I should be allowed to roll in Cauterizing banned? As a community, yes, I should be allowed to roll on it. As a guild, am I going to pass it to the other healers? Yeah, probably, because they need it more than I do.
Yeah. So
Uh,
the system kinda like if we do all soft reserves. Like what I'm getting from this conversation is that if we end up combining all the soft reserves, so you end up having, if you're a new person, you get 2 soft reserves. If you're a veteran, you have 2 soft reserves, or +1 soft reserve because you're a veteran. If you're an AQ40 rank, you get 4 soft reserves, but you cannot stack them into the same item. So yes, you have another soft reserve. If you want to use that on a DFT, if you want to use that on a Circle of Applied Force, if you want to use on 4 different BVL items, that's your prerogative. You can do that. You don't
Yeah,
need to use them specifically in one raid, and you cannot use them on the same items. So you have to spread out
Or
your soft reserves.
or sort of like in a sense of, if you are new, brand new to the guild, you get 1 reserve per raid. If you've got a decent rank, it's 2 reserves per raid.
That's
If you're
gonna be too complicated to divide who can reserve what, if that makes sense.
No, I mean, like, so the reserve thing never changes. Like, you need, say, Bug Slayer, for instance, to get this item, for
Yeah.
instance, right? So that never changes. So they know what items they can and can't reserve. The amount of soft reserves they're allowed is dependent on the rank. So everyone gets 2 per raid, apart from, obviously, someone that's just joined or a pug, they might only get 1. And then you have, i.e., the Bug Slayers. They still get 2 per raid, but you might turn around and say, well, actually, because they've performed better, it frees them up. So they might use 3 on BBL and 1 on AQ. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you can use it on not the same item, but you can use 3 in AQ and 1 in BBL if you want to.
Yeah, like I think that would be better than having.
That sounds fair. Yeah. That
Yeah,
sounds fair.
Because you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. A couple of the warriors who get the AQ rank are just gonna be stacking all 4 of their soft reserves on Giveaway, 100%.
Yeah,
And if they're smart, then
Yeah.
they're gonna talk amongst themselves and decide, or do a pre-roll and see, okay, which one of us is deleting our soft res on it, and one person only on it, if they're smart.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If we then spread it out, it's going to be, first of all, harder to do that, and second
Well,
of
here's the
all,
thing.
it's going to
If
be more fair, because it's going to be that they can't just lock that item down because they don't need anything else.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if you have 1 per item, that frees up the bullshit of one person just hammering that item, and there's no chance of anyone else getting it. But then it also, if you make it so that I force off reserves between AQ and BWL, it means that you get the certain people that are like, oh fucking hell, like there's like 6 people going for the fucking chest this week. How about I go for DFT? You know what I mean? Like I think that's just more. It makes it better because there is going to be certain people that aren't going to need loot from BWL, and
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
don't-
thing, because getting like doing AQ40 and then going into BVL when you don't need anything, and you had 1 soft reserve in AQ40 and you have 2 in BVL, is gonna feel like AIDS.
Yeah.
So, in general, I'm all for making the soft reserve combined. So you have 2, 3, or 4 soft reserves depending on rank, and yeah, that's basically
I mean,
what I'm going for.
personally, I think it should. I don't think like Bug Slayer rank should have any more soft reserves than, say, Veteran.
Oh,
but-
so we still only do 2 or 3 soft reserves, but you can decide where you want to do it instead of having 4.
So in the sense of no, I mean like in terms of like, so at the moment we have 2 in MC, don't we, and 2 in BWL.
Most have,
So
some have 1 in BBL.
Yeah, so obviously that's just because of Veteran rank.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, let's say everyone had 3 soft reserves, for instance. It should just be everyone has 3 soft reserves. The only thing rank does is stop them from rolling on a certain item, rather than having an extra soft reserve just because of rank. Because realistically, anyone that's raiding with us now who isn't veteran is most likely going to be veteran in the next week or 2.
Yes.
And they've all earned those reserves, if that makes sense. And I feel like the only thing that should be limited is item, not reserves. Because like, if you turn around to people and say, "Oh, AQ's out," guess what? You're back down to 3 reserves. It's a bit like, oh, okay. But I get it if everyone's on 3 reserves, that's different.
Yeah,
But if you
that's
turn
the
around-
thing. Everyone goes down to 3 reserves.
Yeah. But then if you turn around and said that
And some people aren't veteran yet. Like some people might not get veteran, and then they still
I
have
agree.
only 2 soft reserves in AK40. So that system that you're describing there is not the fact of what will happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to say, like, if everyone had 3 soft reserves, but anyone that's not a veteran only had 2, then it's like, it's a bit shitty for that person because, yeah, I understand performance is the main reason they haven't got the
Yes.
3 yet, but it's sort of like, sometimes it's a bit shitty for that individual. And I think the biggest problem isn't loot, it's keeping people to play. Like, personally. Because
True.
yeah, loot's great, and yeah, I'm very happy with Disgust, but I generally feel like keeping people happy is more important than loot sometimes. And whether that's they get fuck all loot, but they had like 20 reserves. I'm not saying that should be a thing, but you know, I'm just trying to say, like, realistically, AQ is renowned to be the worst phase for manpower, and like at the moment we lost a couple of hunters and paladins and tanks and healers were doing fine on, but obviously the DPS interchanged quite a lot.
Yes.
And I feel like that can be an issue in the future if we don't sort of like I think the loot what we've discussed, who gets what is right, but I think the reserve thing we just need to sort of like come together and agree on what is better for the guild in terms of like, are you locking behind rank? That sounds fine. I think the amount of soft reserves is what sort of needs to be like finalized. So I think everyone's sort of in an agreement where using like 3 on AQ, 1 on BBL is like fine. But I don't know.
So the new system in practice would then be we combine the soft reserves for both raids, but you can only soft reserve each item once, and instead of going up to 4 soft reserves, it would still just be 2 or 3 depending on your rank. Or do you mean that everyone should have 2 or 3 soft reserves?
I like in a sense like everyone right now who's raiding with us permanently, everyone should have 2 in
3.
BWL and then 1 in AQ.
So basically, everyone has 3 soft reserves or 2. Most have 3, some have 2.
Because I think 4 is a lot realistically.
Most raids actually do that. They do between 3 to 5, depending on how many flasks, and how many world buffs, etc., etc.
Yeah, I agree. I think like 4 is a lot, but I mean personally, I don't know what you guys think. I like having an item drop that no one's reserved that people need, and having people have a bit of banter and rolling for it. Like I like that. I like something dropping that no one's reserved, and it's like, ooh, who's gonna get it? No one's reserved it. Like it's nice to see something drop that people need and getting to roll on it. Like everyone rolling on it.
It's a fun spectacle. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but again,
You want fruits 2 soft reserves in AQ and no reserves in BWL, and then have fun in BWL with everyone rolling on everything.
Just ban BBL soft reserves and DFT is free roll. Hey.
Oh, except maybe lock them in the rank then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It trinkets will be locked behind rank anyway. But,
yeah, BBL loot rules aren't changing. Like Gem, DFT, and Tear is still veteran rank. So
that would be fun. I would be open to that.
yeah. But it's funny, isn't it? Like if I had 3 reserves in AQ in BWL, like, or even like no reserves in AQ and everything in BWL, it's sort of like it frees up a lot of loot for other people to have, and I think the biggest problem is people are not discussing between themselves. I think like the DPS, the healers, and the tanks need to sort of
the hunters are the only ones properly doing it. To be honest,
yeah,
like they had like. I get to roll versus the rogues. I'm only focusing my soft reserves on the rolls for Prestor. That guy is the one who's passing all tier 2 loot because he's the first one on the expo, and this guy is getting tier 2 first, this guy's getting tier 2 second. Like they had a whole system, and they still have it, but Rajo isn't there. But they still have the system that Swipe is next on Expo, and Burn and Ace is contesting the Press Store versus the Rogues, and one of the hunters is finishing off, and that's the last hunter who's finishing off their full tier 2. So they had a full BVL system since week 1, and more classes should do that, in my opinion. Or more casters and more healers should do that, in my opinion.
Because, like, for me, I'm like, if you've got Cauterizing Band, you shouldn't be allowed to roll in a second one, because now you're going to have 2 better rings that drop.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, there's still healers that already have Cauterizing Band rolling on Cauterizing Band and double soft reserving it. And I get it, like, it's probably the only item they actually need from MC.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, it's a pain sometimes when it's like, if that person was to get the ring, it's like, well, you've got 2 and the other person's got 2 fucking rare rings on. It's a bit shitty, but no, I think it's more what we need to focus on is like maybe not forcing it, but sort of like going, guys, right, you need to come together, discuss. Because if we're going from 4 reserves down to 3 reserves, when AQ comes out, because obviously we're dropping MC, I feel that we probably should focus on that a little bit as well.
Can you repeat that?
Like focus on like, i.e., like the Warlocks and Mages coming together, and the and then the healers coming together and discussing, right, if you're going to get the fucking cloth helm, I'm going for tier 3. I've already got Elementium band, so I'm going to pass some Cauterizing band, just stuff like that. Like, just
but those chats exist for tier. That happened, and
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's sort of like it happens, but like it should be like I mean, it shouldn't be a weekly thing. It should at least be like a monthly thing where people just start discussing. Go, right, this month, what do people need, and like everyone lists what they need, and then discuss who should get it first. And
yeah, but that's
To be honest,
the thing. I don't enforce it, but I very much approve it if that happens, because it's welcome, very much.
I'm guessing everyone is looking to that's what I'm doing. I'm looking what the other ones are reserving, and then I reserve my items, because no one was reserving the shoulders for mages from the beginning, and I've been reserving that. And then suddenly no one was starting the braces of accuracy, and then I started to reserve. You just looked at what the others are doing.
Yeah, that's what I like with having a limited amount of reserves. Like, I like kind of having 2 reserves per raid. That's what I back up Fruits' point there. I like that people don't have 5 soft reserves, so every single item in the raid is already soft reserved by minimum 1 person. I despise that, because then it's like people who aren't as geared is just going to be soaking up whatever they can get their hands on, which is bad.
It's pretty much just like, what's the point of SR if you're going to give out loads? Because you might as well just do MS or off spec.
Basically, yeah, exactly. So I like having a soft reserve system where it's ranking based, so people have an incentive to perform, and getting an extra soft reserve or being the only a few persons that can soft reserve a specific good item is a system that I approve of. It's like a mini loot council, but it's not directly loot council. Instead of having a list of this person gets his first, this person gets a second, this person gets a third, it's like 3 or 4 persons that can get the item. If it drops 4 before we get more people into that role, cool. Then you 4 are the people getting it in no specific order. And if we're super unlucky, well, we were super unlucky. I can't do anything about it. Get fucked. So that's like the system in my head that's working. But then that kind of falls off if we get 4 soft reserves. I agree on that. So maybe going to judging the system a little bit differently, or changing the system a little bit differently by making it so that people have 2 soft reserves if they're new, and if they are veteran, not AQ40 rank, but veteran, they have 3 soft reserves. So a new person would come into the raid, have 2 soft reserves, and most others have 3. And as I said in the announcement, it will be fast track to veteran rank when AQ40 is out. So people just have to raid like 2 or 3 times to get veteran rank. But to get the AQ40 rank, which is the like BIS items, then they still need to play good over an extended period of time, etc., etc. Would that make sense?
Yes, to me it does.
Anyone else with input as well?
Well, there's no one else here, or
I mean, no.
Sorry, I'm raiding.
So just to confirm, you're basically saying that, i.e., everyone gets one reserve.
3
AQ.
reserves. No, or everyone gets 1 reserve per raid, BVL and AQ. They can use it on whatever raid they want to. So if you are new, you can still use both your reserves on AQ items.
Yeah.
And
I
if you,
actually don't care at all about loot like that.
So everyone gets
If you
2.
give us 1 reserve in each, that's fine with me. If you give us 3 that we can do
Yeah.
whatever we
'Cause
want, that's fine with me also.
I
Like,
quite like 1 reserve per raid because then everyone targets an item they want, and that's it. Everything else is just fucking raid roll, and I like that because it's like it stops, like you're saying before, i.e., someone's got 5 reserves and they're fucking reserved every item that's best for their class, and it's like, well, it's a bit shit because that one person can now win every item.
yeah, but I kind of don't want to have no bonus incentives for people performing because I indirectly want them to have an advantage on gear because gearing people who are playing well and coming consistently and showing up every week is something that I want.
Yeah,
course.
but obviously with lockdowns playing rank. So here's another question. Granted, obviously having bonus reserve for performing well is a good incentive. But let's say week 1, no one's got bugs, whatever we're going to call it. Let's just say bug slave.
Yeah.
Let's say nobody has this rank, and we go into AQ and we clear it. And let's say, I don't know, let's say the cloth belt drops for casters, and it's like, who gets it? Because obviously the following week or the 2 weeks later might only be, let's just say Sessos is the only caster deserving of the Bugslayer rank. So he gets it in 2 weeks' time, but he lost the role in the belt, but he was the only one that deserved it. Do you know what I mean? So, like, are you just going to sort of like fair's fair?
Need help?
Whoever rolls the highest in the week 1, 2 sort of thing, if no one's got the rank, gets the belt? Or are
No,
you going to have
because I kind of want to give. I look at logs quite frequently, like on my spare time, and I've compared how people have done 10 weeks ago in BBL, like and
Yeah.
looked at how are they doing now and what can I expect, right? Because I know some people have done AQ40 40 times, and I know they're gonna know how to play, and I know they're gonna step up if needed, and they've been so far showing up to 15 out of the last 17 raids, for example, right? That's a person I want to give an extra incentive to, and if they get gear, I get happy because that means that most likely the raid just got upgraded, right? So
Yeah.
I don't want to go into the first raid with no fucking rank upgrades.
player rank. Yeah.
No Buxler rank,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I want that to be a
Absolutely.
thing. Because if we do a first raid and someone, like, if we're 39 and we pug a random DPS warrior just to fill a spot, and they would win giveaway, or not the giveaway, but they would win the first tier 2.5 helmet, I would actually be annoyed. Like, I know I would be annoyed by that because I've been looking forward to getting that since I reached rank 13, because that's my next upgrade for helmet. If someone else that's frequently coming to the raid gets it, I would not give a shit. But if some random person gets that item, I would be annoyed.
Yeah,
And
that's- I
most
mean, I think it was-
people don't care about loot. I get that. Most people like, oh, someone got loot, cool, good shit. As long as they're happy about it, I'm happy about it. That's something that maybe 50% people think, and then we have like 10% that doesn't give a shit at all about loot, and then you have 40% of people that gives some kind of shit about it, like me. I give a shit as long as it goes to the right person. If some random person wins an item, I get annoyed. If it's a good item that I know someone else wanted. So I have to cater to not just the 50%, but also the 40% that actually gives a shit about loot.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
can
more like I was
agree
just
about
sort of questioning if we weren't going to have rank prior
We will.
to AQ. Yeah, but I was just more like I was just seeing if it was going to be like a loot council sort of ideology where it's like these 3 people deserve to roll on it, no one else is rolling on it this.
And that's
Like,
going to be very hard to do because some classes think I don't know how to play their class, hunters, and some classes are just obedient soldiers fucking running through a brick wall, warlocks, and partially mages, and partially warriors. So it's like some classes are happy with how the loot has been distributed, and some classes are not, because hunters didn't get the FT, which is my mistake apparently, but I'm not gonna change that, right? So they've been waiting for AQ40 loot. So if they suddenly, if the swarm guard drops and a hunter couldn't roll on that, or they lost it to a random rogue pug or a random warrior pug, I think 2 of our remaining 3 hunters would stop playing the game on the spot.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of watch.
No,
Watch that.
it was more just confirming if we were going to have rank
Yeah,
prior to it.
yeah, we will. I will start doing that.
Me. Oh, you fucking.
What happened?
I lost the roll.
Rip.
Fucking tank didn't kill the last egg, so I had to jump in as my mage and kill it.
Rip.
And therefore, Bröl died and he had all the world buffs.
Rip.
This
Wait,
is what
were you second on Threat?
No, it was after the boss died.
Oh, wow.
Like I in conflag and the people run away like a fucking morons. I'm so angry, man.
That's annoying. Holy. With DMF and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
bye world buffs.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, there you go. Storm's Rage Braces. There you go. Nice little.
I don't care. I'm angry. I don't care.
I'll be tilted as fuck. Holy.
I have a question, guys. So, can you tank TBC heroics in like, I don't know,
Tier three?
AQ40 Nax gear?
Naxker,
100%
yes. Naxker, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like tier 3 is actually incredible. Like,
I mean, yeah,
Right.
I hate tanking, but I was looking like for the on YouTube about the professions for TBC, and it's like blacksmithing for the hammer, which is beast until fucking glaives.
Yeah.
And you need the fucking primal netters and whatever, and everybody wants those, and you can only hardware them if you are a tank. So I mean, I'm forced to tank eventually if I want to
well,
get that.
here's the thing: that reserve for tanks just a lot of bullshit. The only reason that became a thing is because people struggled to find tanks during TBC because people raid log. It's why if you're in a good guild, that's why people should just group together and not pug, because nethers will then go to people and be distributed properly. But it's why I hate pugging it,
I
because
hate tanking, to be honest, man. I absolutely hate it. I mean, a single boss tanking it's fine. I mean, in TBC or whatever, because your rage is better and your rotation is actually means something besides
it's
spending
more
heroics,
because
right?
the heroic TBC dungeons are actually fucking hit hard, and if
Yeah.
you don't hold threat, a DPS falls down, and then you get
Yeah.
screamed at. And
Yeah, like as a paladin, it's one thing, right? But as a warrior, where you have to like fucking whack-a-mole every mob, like one by the other,
yeah,
that's fucking terrible. Like I hate that. So I mean,
but no, completely understandable. I just probably, I mean, the only solution, to be honest, is literally